Zach Wilson to convert on third fucking downs, dude. It was easy throws, man. He plays that zone.
You just gotta hold the players accountable. You know what I'm saying? When your defensive tackles are missing tackles, when your safeties are missing tackles, when your cornerbacks are missing tackles, okay, other than James Bradbury, you're not winning football games. Take your chance next year with Jalen Hurts. So you can listen. Go get him Go get some good receiver. Because Jalen Rager's not good.
And a better coaching staff, too, will call you a cannibal.
It's like, dude, you gotta listen. You know what I'm saying?
Where you going?
Trying to.
Where you going at?
Come in the. You wrong. But
They
you
say
know what?
because where you finding internet?
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
You know what I'm saying? What a star. You know what I'm saying?
He went out and balled, had a couple touchdowns.
Quarterback out.
Listen, man.
It's the thing that we didn't do in Carson. We never took advantage of how he was a bad character. Not saying why he was in there.
He was going out there.
This is a guy that's humble and respectful. He gave you the luxury to build around
sit
him.
down. I was Zach was sit down. Because anyone would think that we're playing a cupcake schedule. This was a team that don't
Because I'm
get
telling you,
blown
like,
out.
this shot's not lasting past 10.
Football teams
Someone's
don't
gonna take him out.
Instead he goes to the corner to
I don't think he gets
This is
past
my profile right
I
here.
don't think he gets past Dallas.
The Bears would actually be perfect because they fleeced
They really didn't win the division because it's not clinched.
God was Russell, Jared, God bless him on because we needed him. And you saw the difference versus the Giants game,
So Nick can interfere with the play call, but he's not calling plays. He's still getting involved though. My intro. But before we get to the last year, I just want to play. Get this dude out of here. Tell him we're banning you. All right. Yeah. Obviously, you got weird though. All right, so it's being weird. Hold on, give me a second. Jesus Christ.
Lord have mercy.
Is it better? Did it get better?
Oh, yes. Oh.
All right, what is going on with my phone, man? My phone been acting stupid. Sorry. All right.
Yo, you got to fix that smoke detector, man.
It's not the smoke detector. It's StreamYard. It's StreamYard and that shitty ass fucking connection. Is it better, ladies and gentlemen? I just turned off my phone, so it should be better. Is it better?
It sounds a lot better. Whew, that was a nightmare.
All right. Well, that's just the sound effects when obviously. First of all, let's talk about the head coach. Okay, Nick Sirianni didn't address the team after the loss. Hayden, what are your thoughts about Nick Sirianni pretty much giving Jalen Hurts?
That pretty much says everything that I've been saying since, the day that he didn't, perform or coach very well versus the Buccaneers. Basically, he's not a good leader. We're basically beating a dead horse at this point. He's not a good leader. He don't want to lead the team right. He don't want to address the team when they're down. Just let us go through a funk, and I don't want to see us go through a funk and have a big losing streak because a coach won't address us. We need a coach that can set a fire up on our ass and give us motivation. He's not a motivator.
No, he's more like this. Oh, obviously hiding and Sirianni got in a big fight.
Apologize. Oh, I won't do that. Apologizing is for the weak and wrong, which is why you should do it to me because you are weak and wrong.
All right,
I've been practicing that accent all week.
No, I mean, like, and this is my question because going into this New Orleans Saints game, do you have confidence of any sort? Okay, because I've seen people on Twitter, on IG, and sometimes on your comments. I saw them today where they were like, "The Eagles are going to beat the Saints," and I'm like, "In what world do you have any confidence that our team right now, the way we're playing for the last 2 weeks, okay?" And trust me, Eagle fans have been, going back and forth with me. Oh, it's week 2, week 1. Y'all did this last year. I'm not doing that again. Okay, week 2 is it's put the kiddie-ish, the childish, the rustiness, whatever you have behind you. It's football season. Preseason, you can do all the rustiness. I'm sorry, not rustiness. All the rusty plays, Nick Sirianni being a clown, all that. But when it's football season, that's when you show your best. Through week 1 to week 17 is where you show your best at. All right, I understand sometimes teams go through slumps. I get it. But this team has been through, look like 2 slumps in a row. It's looking like that, right? We had one last year where we were like, oh, it's week 2. Let's settle down. It's week 3. It's week 4. It's week 5. It's week 6. It's like, stop. Okay? If this team goes out there, and before I get to the tangent, let me ask you, Heidi, do you have any confidence that we're winning this game tomorrow?
So my confidence has dipped down from that Atlanta game. Well, before that Atlanta game, it was at a 90%. Now we're looking at a 20%. Y'all better be happy I'm giving y'all 20%. There is a chance for us to win. And, some people have, brought this up that, we need to keep their offense off the field. And it starts with running the football and chewing up clock. We need to own that time of possession, like tenfold. Like, we need to absolutely dominate that so Derek Carr doesn't hit the field at all, and we don't see much of Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, by the way, shout out to everybody's in the chat, both of y'all. Hopefully Heidi put it on his channel as well. And by the way, I gotta get Heidi into Ashley when he does his host. Because I was trying to, some reason I can't get the live stream, so I can't put it on my channel. So
I'm gonna go ahead and edit my StreamYard later this week.
Yeah. But some reason, there will be both channels. What was I trying to say? I don't remember, man. This game's gonna be horseshit.
Whenever I host, it's gonna be on your channel. So I gotta, update the payments for my StreamYard.
Yeah, pretty much. Do I have confidence that we're gonna be Saints? Absolutely fucking not. This team has not shown me confidence. Look, I don't want to be the negative person, right? I don't want to be the negative person, but I'm going to tell them how it is.
Somebody has to, and I appreciate you, your honesty.
Right now, this team playing like garbage. I said this, and I'm not trying to yell and scream. I'm not trying to say, oh, people are like, listen, you have confidence. Hey, more power to you. And I hope to God this team goes out there, takes all the frustration on that Saints team, because this is a perfect opportunity to show that you're legit. If you beat this team and you go out there and you whoop their asses, then guess what? Then it's like, all right, I'm good. I had nothing to say, right? You dominated a good football. This team, for the last 2 days, have scored over 60 points against their opponents. Okay?
So if we go out there and do that, do you think that week 2 loss is a fluke?
If you go out there and you dominate that Saints team, I'm going to be right back on the bandwagon that this team is looking like contenders. For a week until they do some dumb shit. But probably I'll be happy as hell. You would see nothing but positivity. But again, do I think our passers go? By the way, can we bench Bryce Huff, please? If he does terrible again,
he just keeps tripping and falling.
If he has another bad game, he needs to be benched.
He barely be touched by the offensive lineman, and then all of a sudden he just falls like a fucking domino. He's brittle.
Why this guy is so fucking bad? It's never funny. I'm getting Byron Maxwell vibes. Hide it. I mean, this guy falls on his
Yeah.
face. He falls on his ass. He falls down on his whatever fucking body part he falls on. It's not the quarterback he don't fall on. You know what I'm saying? But he gives me Derek Barnett vibes and freaking Byron Maxwell vibes at the same time. He's trash, bro. Like I was picturing in my head, and I don't know how I did this, but the Eagles somehow bring Derek Barnett back, and they put him on the opposite of Bryce Huff. And I'm just wondering which one would be worse right now. This guy is so fucking horrible, dude. It's like you have all this money that we paid you, and you go out and perform like this? And then Fangio's saying we're not going to change the position. Well, you better do something, because in pass rush, he fucking sucks ass. Like, I don't give a damn if you're new or not. Get it together, bro. Like, you an embarrassment, dude. You should not be looking like that. You know what I'm saying? I know people want to blame the finger on Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter was winning his one-on-one matchups. I don't know if you saw that, Heidi. He was winning his one-on-one matchups.
I saw that.
It was Huff, bro. It's Huff and Sweat. I didn't want Josh Sweat back. I wanted them to trade him and keep Hassan Reddick. But they didn't do that. They decided to keep Josh Sweat and just trade Hassan Reddick. And, you know, the thing I said was I wouldn't give him that money. I'm all for giving him that fucking money. Where do you sign the contract at? Because we need him back. Because, obviously, for the last 2 weeks, Bryce Huff has been slipping on his fucking ass, looking like complete dog shit. And I'm supposed to have confidence that he can pass rush Derek Carr? The pass rush looks trash right now, man. The coaching on both aspects look like garbage. And not only you losing A.J. Brown, you lost him for this game. You potentially going to lose C.J. Gardner-Johnson, or unless he's ruled out. I don't know. We saw what C.J. Gardner-Johnson was with the Eagles without C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We saw how bad they were. I got no confidence that we're going to outscore the Saints when they've scored in 2 weeks 60 over points against both opponents. I got no confidence when you couldn't stop Bijan Robinson and Josh Jacobs that you're going to be able to stop Kamara and them boys running the football on us. How are we going to stop Taysom Hill when we can't even stop a Kirk Cousins and this Atlanta offense who got held by a team that we're going to see down the road, the Steelers? Like, this is not getting easy for you. And I don't want to be the negative Nancy, but this team stinks right now. I don't have confidence. No, I don't have confidence we're beating the Saints tomorrow. I think we're going to see the exact same shit over and over and over again until Jeffrey Lloyd does one thing, and that is fire Nick Sirianni and make more the coach, or get a new coach that is actually far away from what we had. Let the coaches actually coach and hire a real head coach. That's the only way I see this changing.
Or you get him to somehow clean up his act.
Yeah, that's not happening. So, again, you got to fire Nick, because Nick Sirianni has shown many times over and over again that he's not going to change. He's not going to change his ways. Did you see his motivational speak on R Nothing? Not R Nothing. Unscripted. Did you see his motivational speech? Did you see how bad he? Huh?
We were talking about this earlier. He has a very punchable face, so why would I look at that?
Man, those players don't like him. You cannot convince me that those players looked at him and said, you know what, coach, let's go out there and let's put a big performance for y'all. Let's rewrite the 2023. Man, they're playing. I truly believe, after watching these two games last year, I truly believe, and maybe just me, I think they're playing bad for him to get fired. And they're like, oh, you're not firing him now? All right, we'll play that again. Because, like, in my opinion, why is this team looking like they got worse? The play style has got worse. My quarterback is, once again, and I didn't want to say this about Jalen Hurts, he's climbing out the pocket with a clean pocket, getting outside the pocket and running. He looks like a rookie quarterback.
You know what? You do have a point there. Sometimes the pocket is clean, and I'm like, yo, why are you scrambling out of the pocket to try to – I mean, you got time. You don't need to create time because you already have time. Like, just stand there in the pocket and make the throw. That's part of Jalen Hurts' game that I don't get.
Because you don't have – like, listen. I don't
And
know.
he's not a short quarterback.
And sorry for us going over the place because this is very emotional tomorrow. This is going to probably be our funeral for Nick Sirianni. We want to send some prayers and thoughts to the Nick Sirianni fans and all the Nick Sirianni supporters because you're about to lose your head coach tomorrow. It's a sad day. I understand it, right? Because at the end of the day, EC1's been right that Nick Sirianni sucks. All the people who've been saying Nick Sirianni's a good coach, we're about to find out tomorrow if he is. Because it's going to come out to good. I'm telling you right now, to win this game, you have to outcoach the coaches from the Saints. And I don't think there's no shot in hell we're winning tomorrow. I don't. I already look at this team, and I think we're going to get destroyed. If we don't get destroyed, it's going to be like, here comes bullshit from Nick Sirianni, some stupid play, and they're going to say, oh, it hurts. He stinks. If he goes out there and performs better, and he once again tries to, play his best, and Nick Sirianni, it comes down to a dumb decision, you have to fire him. You have to fire him. If he loses the Saints game, he has to get fired. Because you cannot start 1-2 and then go to the Tampa Bay. No, after that, your team is pretty much done. You have to get him out of here now. I would do it after the Falcons game. I said after 2 games, if you lose both games, your coach should be fired. And everybody said, no. You don't fire head coach. He's the one that coach. What did he win? Because they didn't win me a Super Bowl. He's the one who choked it to Andy Reid. So what the hell do I have to keep him for? What? For what? Doug Peterson got more of a leash because he won a Super Bowl. Not Nick. Hey? Well, Nick has win the season. Really? What win the season other than the one he had 2022, which I'm convinced Shane Steichen was the genius.
But he's never missed the playoffs.
Yeah, we can do a lot with that because of Jalen Hurts. If he has another damn quarterback, he's not having the head coach more than 2 weeks. He probably get the same boot as Frank Reich. Just being real. With 2 different organizations, 2 games, you're fired. You're done. I don't think Nick Sirianni is going to be able to muscle this team back.
There could be a reverse psychology with this. Remember when we were so sure that the Falcons were going to lose that game?
Wouldn't it be awesome? Listen.
Just saying we don't have any confidence versus the Saints. We go out there and somehow beat them. Any given Sunday happens for a reason.
Yeah. You have this team winning, so you have to change your mind, Hayden, with all the confidence. You have confidence in this dude right here? Because I'm sorry, I don't have confidence in this dude right here. I don't have confidence in his shitty play call. Yeah, that's pretty much everything he throws out is shit. That's why I just made, found it on an app. I used whatever app it is, and I took a picture of Nick and pretty much made him look like a goofball because he is. I don't have confidence in that dude to lead my team to beating a team who scored for 2 games, 60 over points. That offense for the Saints should be looking like the Eagles right now. Instead, we're talking about.
Hold on, let me correct you on something. They scored 90 plus points in 2 weeks.
Oh, sorry, not 60. Excuse me, even more. Thank you, Hyde, for correcting me because at 60 it didn't have to be enough for the Saints. It got to be 90. So
that's
team
240 burgers
in the last 2 days. I'm going to have confidence that my team will muster a fucking touchdown. Is going to beat that team.
That's 240 burgers plus.
Yeah, no. I think it's going to get worse this Sunday. I think we're about to see a meltdown. I think you're going to see Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts get in an argument.
Okay, so since we're in a negative mood a little bit, do you think that our performance will stack up to anything that the Cowboys had to offer versus the Saints?
In what game? In the blowout?
I'm saying, do we perform against the Saints better on the road than the Cowboys did at home versus the Saints?
What was the game at home? Which game? The one that just happened recently?
The Cowboys lost by 25, but how do you think we'll do versus the Saints compared to the Cowboys? So, do you think we'll do better or worse than the Cowboys did?
I'm trying real hard to be positive. You know how hard it hurts me to say this about my team, by the way, Hadi. You know I'm not trying to be negative, okay?
Okay, let's see how far this negativity goes. Do you think we'll do worse than the Cowboys did versus the Saints or better? I want an answer.
It depends if Jalen Hurts plays better. If he plays like he did versus the Falcons, we'll be a lot better than he did the Cowboys. No, I'm sorry. The Brazil game, the Packers game. If he plays like he did against the Falcons, yeah, I think it's going to get bad. It might be worse than the Cowboys game. I ain't going to lie. Because they at least scored a touchdown or two.
Yeah.
I mean, Heidi, I'm not trying to be negative, but what confidence do you have in this game? I don't have any.
Not much.
Maybe
I mean,
Saquon Barkley? That's the only thing I can hope for is he just outruns the Saints defense and scores all the touchdowns and keep us engaged while Bryce Huff falls on his face one more time in the dome. Or Josh Sweat looks like he, by the way, it's a clear holding call. The guy has him by his throat. No call, but anyway, remember, we only get the calls. We're the Eagles, right? Just let that sink in.
There's a lot of penalties called on us. We got to stop with these illegal formations. Oh, yeah, that's another thing we forgot to mention in the last live stream we had. So all these illegal formations, these false starts, that has got to stop, especially from Cam Jurgens. And I forget who that other lineman was who committed all those penalties too.
But you see, this is why I wanted Nick to talk to the team, because if we could see that, why can't he? You're telling me you have nothing to say. There's people out there make me sick, by the way. When they say, well, Nick don't need to talk to the team. What do you think? He's the head coach? Yes, he's the head coach. Exactly what you just said. The head coach. What do you mean he don't need to talk to? I've never seen a fan base.
He needs to fucking act like it.
This dude the way they do sometimes. It's ridiculous. Yes, he's a head coach. Whether he's a good head coach or not, if that team is playing like ass, I don't care if you like me or not. What we're not going to do is go out there and look like that on Monday Night Football. You go out and you have nothing to say. Not one thing, this team needs to get together, nothing. No motivational happy speech or nothing like that. You said nothing. You say, no, I don't need to say anything. My quarterback said that. Well, your quarterback ain't the coach, though. And that's the problem I have with Nick is he takes no responsibility for this team the way they do. If our quarterback's getting blamed, you're definitely getting blamed because you shouldn't have your quarterback looking like his rookie year, man. This is what I expect from Jalen in his rookie year. You tell me he regressed all the way back? Come on, man. He had a better year in passing, what I'm seeing from 2 games last year than I was seeing him in 2 games this year. He was climbing in the pocket, doing anything. What the fuck happened? Pardon my language, but what happened? How did he regress this bad? And this early reaction. But as I see Jalen Hurts climb the pocket last year, and then I see him do the same thing, it's like, are they they just don't like Nick? Or is it in 1 year, my coach has completely destroyed this team where my quarterback has regressed? Especially the Falcons game. I don't care what anybody says, Jalen had a great game. He had an okay game, okay? He didn't have a great game, all right? Let's step over.
Yeah, it's not a good game, but it's not a bad game. I don't
think it's a good game or a bad game, but he missed a lot of throws that the Jalen Hurts from last year would have caught, I believe. Or especially the 2022 Jalen Hurts would have caught those mistakes and would have never made a mistakes. He would have noticed it and hit his targets, especially Jalen Hurts last year. All right.
And then on the defensive side, it's just like what you said the other day. It's just like Kirk Cousins' jersey was completely clean, bro. Like it just came out of the laundry room.
It looked like the Tide commercial with the commercials, man.
Exactly, man.
Kirk Cousins looked like. the Tide commercials where they dump all the jersey. Dump. You know how they have food stains and all that shit. They're showing advertisement, and it comes out the dryer, and it looks like a brand new jersey, never been touched. And the funny thing is, we had one sack.
Milton Williams.
Okay.
Milton Williams, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Milton Williams was your only sack. If you're being in this team, you need more than one sack. And the way Bryce.
However, I do think Jalen Carter was a factor in that game. You know, as far as at least pressuring him, because outside of those two, that was it.
Yeah. We're hiding the next Eagles head coach. Man, if we're hiding the Eagles head coach, we'll win the Super Bowl in 3 years.
Shit, you're gonna be my fucking defensive coordinator. Vic Fangio better get the fuck out of here too.
No, you know who I'll make my defensive coordinator? I'll make Philly 500 my defense coordinator. We'll have 500 and we're hiding coach in this team. I know Joe Shakes is the linebacker coach.
Okay, so we'll put you at offensive coordinator.
And then I had Diamond as my offensive coordinator coach, and Dag is my quarterback coach. Shit, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, the whole fan base can coach this team, and I guarantee we will be better than what we have right now, man. I'm telling you right now.
I would love for Lord Brunson to be the consultant of the team or the preacher.
I swear I can coach better than this goofball. This. Oh, I hate this thing, man. I hate this thing. He made me do this, man. I don't know how I started doing this until I saw Nick's fucking press conference, and ever since then I've been doing it, man. I blame him. I blame this dude. Sorry, that's one one. This guy's going to change. His motivational speaking and on the script was trash, bro. Oh, Saquon, yo, Bill, running back. Well, why the fuck is he not getting the ball then, dickhead? Like, seriously. You're just a goofball, man. Like, you're a horrible coach, dude. Just leave.
And he's not even Philly made anyway. He went to Geno's.
Fucking, I hate this coach, dude. I want him out of here, man. The more and more I think about this pea brain, the more and more I miss Brian Johnson, honestly, because I don't think he was the problem. Now I'm finding Nick Sirianni. Hold on. Listen to me. Because what is the problem again? What is the problem again?
He gave what's his name, those type of play calls, those silly play calls, and he took the blame for it.
Exactly. Is it Brian Johnson for real? Everybody's been blaming Brian Johnson, and you know what? I just wanted everybody gone. But I expected Nick to be gone last year. If you're going to fire Brian Johnson, I said that he has to go with the coach. And they brought this dunderhead, this buffoon back in her building who's looking like a complete, absolute circus clown who should be thrown in the goddamn circus, because I swear to God, if it was between him and fucking Jekyll Hyde, Chip Kelly, you would have two clowns in the fucking buffoon house, man.
I'm still dealing with Chip Kelly.
And you got idiots, buffoon idiots, and his Eagle fan base saying, it's not Nick's fault. He has a bad... Bro, he is a Pro Bowl MVP type quarterback. Shut the fuck up. Please. Jalen Hurts is a Pro Bowler. Was in the Pro Bowl. So when you acting like this we have a quarterback that was playing like buns for the last 4 years. This thunderhead is the one who's hurting Jalen Hurts. And we got to see that, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So on a positive note, what if Nick Sirianni did not talk to the team because he felt like that there was nothing wrong with them? Like, what if he thought that game was completely on the coaching staff and the way that they call plays?
Then he has to go. If you don't even have your team's attention, why the fuck is you here? So that would make me want to fire you more. You lost this team. You're done. There's nothing I can do but let's say, hey, Nick, it's time for us to move on. You had your chance. We gave you a chance. We gave you a great team. Like Howie Roseman, the only thing I can blame him for is the Bryce Huff that's looking bad right now. Right now, he might go out in New Orleans and have a great game. Yeah, if he don't fall on his face.
And having Kenny Pickett as a fucking backup. But that's
Yeah.
really the only things that he did wrong this offseason. He's done everything he could to set us up for success.
And what did I say when it came to winning the 15 games? What did I always go back to? What was that?
Running the football.
What else was what I said? What I always say, it don't matter what talent you have if you don't have what?
Coaching.
There you go. People can blame Jalen Hurts all they want. Did Jalen Hurts step out of the pocket when he should be in the pocket? Yes.
Has
Yes,
Jalen
he
Hurts regressed a tad bit?
I agree with that. But here's the thing. You know your quarterback's regressing. And you're the head coach. Why don't you go? When the last time did we see Nick go up to Jalen Hurts and scream at him for a bad play? When was the last time? I've not saw that since rookie year. The handshake that they used to do, I don't see that on the sidelines anymore. The handshake, you know how they were buddy up and you were shaking hands and yeah, man, yeah. You know, I don't see that anymore. So I'm thinking Jalen Hurts don't even react to Nick because where's Nick in his ear when he's making a bad play? We saw that, 2 straight years now? That you know, where he doesn't look like he's with Jalen Hurts. And then we saw 2 straight years where they do look like they were connected, right? So it's like you have to think that he lost the team because when you don't see Jalen Hurts or Nick talking, and I see him with the offense coordinator. So it's like, is he listening to Kellen Moore? Where Kellen Moore is like, you see him with A.J. Brown, you see him with Devontae Smith, but Nick has to go to that team to talk to them. You see what I'm saying? They don't go to him. But they go to Kellen Moore. They're going to the offense. I think they went to one time the running back coach. And then I hear Nick pretty much has players talk amongst themselves. Because this is what Kenny Gainwell said in the beginning. And when you listen to this podcast, and shout out to HWCP for making that video, because I forgot all about that, and I had to bring that up right now. You heard him say there was split down below. Coaches here on the side of it. And players here. Well, that's not going to win you championship because you have to be connected. Why is there a gap? If that's the case, then you will have to fire Nick. Now, if they go out there and they look as bad, then yes, I think that you have to fire Nick. It would be unexcusable to go 1-2 with the best team in football. You telling me this team right now with another coach wouldn't look better? I think so. And then we hear Nick saying pretty much that him and Kellen Moore talk with each other, and there's some disagreements with Kellen Moore. Well, why the freak are you in and play calling in the first? Why are you involved? This is why we brought Kellen Moore in for you knuckleheads, so you didn't have to call plays. But this dude I have no confidence in him being in the Saints.
Well, think about a kitchen line for a second, folks. Let me paint a picture for you. Think about a kitchen line. Everything fucks up when you do not communicate at all.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that simple.
If Kenny Gainwell is right, that he said that last year. Now, I don't know what this year's locker room looks like, but the way they're playing and the way reports coming out, it probably is divided still. Okay? What am I doing? All right? Because this was the report that I saw, okay, along with a bunch of other ones. But this goes back to what I've been saying all along about Nick. And when people tell me, well, Kellen Moore is, calling the plays. Yes, he's calling the plays. That doesn't mean he has full access to calling every play where it could go through him and it shouldn't go through Nick. Unfortunately, that's not the case because we still got the issues of Nick. Hold on, let me find it because I'm trying to look for it. But yeah, pretty much Nick getting involved with Kellen some way, somehow. He said on 9-4 WIP, here it is. So pretty much he said, junking up inside, blah, blah, blah. But the important one was down below. Sirianni suggested, and yes, as Sirianni later, he is not the offense coordinator. Kellen Moore is. More calls for plays. But in spot like this, a spot like that, it's on the head coach to approve or repeat or reject a decision that could and did go very wrong for the home team. What do you mean eject and get it and inject? And what did he say?
And by the way, what's his name is returning? Marshawn Lattimore is returning today or tomorrow.
Great. So I mean, gets a hell of a corner.
What's up, Ready Red?
This coach pretty much saying that he's still involved. You know, they asked Nick, they asked him, and he got a little snappy when he said, of course, me and Kellen are on ideas. You know, we discuss everything together. But why the fuck are you even in the group? Like, bro, you should not have any idea of discussing anything except being the head coach and the captain that you refuse to do, because when you were given it a perfect opportunity to show any maturity as a coach, right? Because you can yell at the players when they fail your little play. That's why he got angry last week. You want to know why Nick got angry last week? I'm going to tell you, it's nothing to do with them messing up on hiking or pretty much, you know, spiking or whatever, the hiking the ball, where he got mad because, you know, he screamed at players. You know why he got mad? Because he had a play call and they didn't get addressed and they weren't going to run it. So he got mad because he threw out a play call and the team said, we're not listening to you. Look at the score. And he got mad on the sidelines. That's why he was yelling at the players. Had nothing to do with the false start, because you had no issues last week when you were smiling all day, cracking jokes and acting like a fool on the damn sidelines. But you had a problem when they did the same thing in 2 weeks. You had no problem last week. I mean, not last week, but the following week when you won. Sorry, not following week. 2 days before last week. So pretty much the first game, what I'm trying to say. Okay? And you're cracking jokes, thinking everything was fun and games when they asked you, hey, Nick, what do you think about the W? You should have said, it's good, but it's not enough. That's your mindset. No, this team was hard to beat. We beat them barely. Oh, and, you know, wins are not every day. It's hard to win. Shut up. You should have said, you know what? I did improve. It's a good win. I like it, but we could be much better. Right then when it told you,
that is a responsible coach, though.
Go ahead.
That's what a responsible coach would say.
Yeah, exactly. But this goofball was cracking jokes. Oh, you watched the press conference. I went out, had it on live. The guy was a jokester. Laughing comedian, jokester, cracking jokes, smiling at the reporters when things needed to be serious and addressed. So you know what happened? The team said, well, he's not doing nothing. Let's go out there and let's play like shit again. Because the norms was that you said was preach toughness, dog mentality. I don't see no dogs on the damn field. I see poodles and puppies. And the other type of animal that we won't say on this channel because it's inappropriate for kids. Okay? And females have on their body. But you know what I'm talking about. This coach preaches these things, but I don't see it. Last year, you should have dressed the team if you were going to be back. Because you knew Nick, they had to tell him, hey, Nick, we're not firing you. We're just going to let the people think that we're going to fire you. Then we'll bring you back. We'll say, breaking news, Nick Sirianni's back after having a horrendous season. Jeffrey Lurie said, you know what, we're going to bring you back, but we're going to give you an offense coordinator. All right, Nick, just go out there and do what you got to do. Because he said, I swear I didn't lose this team. I'll get this team back together. That's why Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman kept Nick, because it said, all right, Nick said he didn't lose the team. We believe him. We know he's has her back, and we're going to go out and get him more players. Forgot that Nick lied to them and said, oh, I never lost the team, when they actually said, yeah, you did lose the team. Us fans watched them lose this team. Because you know your back's against the wall. You know when you show your team that, you know when you have a coach for real, is when you're in the playoffs and you're in a wild card situation. And your team goes out there and they perform for you. If his team was really behind his back, why didn't they show versus the Buccaneers game? Because they're the exact same players that's coming back. Jalen Carter ain't new. He's been there since last year. Jordan Davis ain't new. He's been there since last year. Jalen Hurts has been here already. A.J. Brown has been here already. Devontae Smith has been here already. Brandon Graham has been here already. Why are we acting like these are new players? Some of these players have been here before, so they should know the expectations, especially Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, Devon Smith. They've been here, and yet you see no results, nothing. A.J. Brown was hurt, and now he's hurt again because we used him too much. I said if we used him too much, he would get hurt. That we need to use other guys. The fact that Jahan Dotson had one touch, and Brenton Covey had more.
1 touch in 2 weeks, by the way.
Stupid, man. It's stupid. And these players lost interest in Nick. I don't care what nobody says. You can't convince me that this team has played for Nick. If you did, you were living on a damn rock. They don't like him.
On the positive note, it is just 2 weeks into the season. On the positive note, there is a lot that does need to be fixed, but that's the one thing we can hang our hat on.
You think it's going to get fixed in one day? I don't.
Rome isn't built in one day, EC1. I'm just saying it could take some time.
So, because if it was built in one day, Nick would already have spoken to.
I mean, not every identity is figured out in 1 week. Like, teams have to take weeks to figure out their identity. Our identity is the run game. They just don't see that yet.
You said our identity is the run game. According to Nick, it's a passing game.
Of course, we're ass backwards right now.
Yeah, and we're playing a team that scored, again, 90-plus points?
And they're definitely no stranger to the run game. They look like they found their identity right away. So they look like they could be dangerous, like, all season long. So give us some more time to figure out what our identity is before let's just, okay, well, this is the type of team that we're going to get all season. It's only 2 weeks through the season. It can get better.
Ready, trolling again. First of all, that wasn't Kellen Moore. That was Mike McCarthy. That's why he's still passing right now, right? All right, so he said Jalen will pass 4 times a game with Kellen's the head coach. How do you know? He was never the head coach yet. And last time I checked, when he was the offensive coordinator, wasn't he running a lot? Wasn't Zeke Elliott leading in rushing yards?
And you know what? This guy may have a point, whether Sirianni leaves or not. You know, we still may be passing with Jalen Hurts 45 times a game, which is terrible. Like, we always do this to ourselves. Like, we see something that works and we want to get too cute and mix it up a little bit. Stick to what works. Saquon works. I don't care about that fumble or not fumble, but the drop. Like, we need to stick to what works. And it's the running game. That's our identity.
I don't think Kellen Moore is a passing coach. I really do, because he looked very upset when Nick went for it on was throwing the ball. I don't know if you saw his face expression. They showed it. He looked really, really upset. And then, then you hear both of them disagree with things. Like, Nick is saying that him and Kellen Moore pretty much had a disagreement sometimes with the calls. And I got to think that Nick Sirianni is a guy that wants to pass all the time. Kellen Moore is a guy that wants to be balanced. Because Kellen Moore looked upset when they didn't run the ball. Remember that? Remember that moment?
Yep.
So it's like, I'm kind of thinking like, once again, Nick Sirianni is the one that wants to pass all the time. Because where did he come from with the where did he come from? He came from what? What tree?
Who came from what tree?
Nick Sirianni. Where did he come from? He came from the
Frank Reich tree. The Frank Reich tree from Indianapolis.
And the Andy Reid tree.
Yeah.
Well, they're known as passing. Frank Reich runs the ball a little bit, but not as much. He was more of a passing team. That's why Carson Wentz failed miserably in Indianapolis, too, part of it. But part of it was because he sucks. But anyway. And Nick Sirianni was supposed to be the running. Remember, before Nick Sirianni was hired, we all heard about him what? Get on these players' asses. He was supposed to be this tough dude. This guy that was going to get on these players' asses, scream at them, curse at them, all that. And we're like, we got to fire a coach, right?
Yep.
Because we said Doug Peterson was too soft on his players. He wasn't motivating them. Nick Sirianni's going to motivate these guys, get these guys ready to go.
Now, remember, when he first came in here, he was joking around, talking about rock, paper, scissors. Actually playing rock, paper, scissors was, how is anybody going to take you? any serious if you do that stuff.
Oh, what's that? The little flower story.
Oh yeah, that was mid-season, probably around November. That shit cracked me up, bro.
That was the Lions game coming up, right?
It was. I want to say it was
It was
after that Oakland game
2016.
or Las Vegas game rather.
Yeah. But then the Rude baby, Roots 123. Yeah, all right.
What's good, Eagles Playbook Podcast? You're new onto my channel. Subscribe. Shout out to y'all.
Mm-hmm. But well, he's actually on my channel. Okay. What's up?
Okay. We're getting a mix of both people. Okay.
It's all right, man. But like I said.
But on a positive note, we have seen Saquon run the ball 22 times. I would like to see that number increase at least 5 more times. He only got 5 of those carries in the red zone. We need more carries in the red zone for Saquon.
Yeah, we're not with this coach. Yeah, y'all can say what you want. I've been wanting this guy fired since last year, bro. I knew this guy was going to be a bad decision bringing back, and it's looked like I'm right. I don't want to be right, but again, it's not the first time, and it's not the last time you're going to see players frustrated because of his play call. I'm guaranteed tomorrow you're going to see a lot of frustration because what the Saints are going to do is they're going to do what they always do with these other 2 teams that they saw. Attack Jalen Hurts and make him throw the ball. Stop him from using his legs. Stop Saquon Barkley, and you win the football game. And you score points on that defense because that defense ain't stopping no Alvin Kamara with the horrendous trash-ass fucking free agent I've ever seen in my fucking life. Bryce Hall.
If you have seen,
sorry-ass, weak, pathetic player, man. Go ahead.
If you have seen, they like to attack the exterior. They don't like to go straight up the gut. They like to, go to the outside, maybe even some trickery, like some, end arounds at times. But they like to attack that exterior. They like to go toward the sidelines when they run. That's something that I've noticed, and we didn't do a very good job versus Bijan Robinson at that department.
Bro, how many yards have we given for both running backs? They said over 1,000 yards combined.
No, that's an over-exaggeration. We've given up at least 200. I'm talking about Josh Jacobs and Bijan Robinson.
Someone said on IG 1,000, but again,
that's a typo.
Yeah, that must be a typo. But it's like even 200 yards, like you said, that's still a lot. And it's like your defense, I think, has gotten worse, not better. I'm not saying Fangio sucks. I'm saying the pass rush. I think we had pass rush last year. We were good on pass rush. We just didn't have no corners. And by the way, can we tell Slay this too, please? Bro, shut the fuck up, bro. I don't want to hear your fucking interviews. I am so tired of this drama queen, this over-exaggerating goofball that we clearly are paying more than fucking any of our DBs. And this dude want to talk about, oh, guys, it's on me. Well, we know it's on you. The problem is you're not going to fix it. Please, for my sanity, shut up.
It's like we have a Micah Parsons at cornerback.
God, man.
That team sucks.
Like, bro, just shut the fuck up already, bro, and retire. And go eat your banana pudding, your chocolate chip pudding, whatever the fuck you have, man. Like, you suck as your position right now. And I don't care what Tone says. Tony Shields, he's not a top 10 corner anymore. He's a top below 5 because he doesn't even have it anymore. He stinks. Okay? I watched Tone, and he over there not blaming Nick Sirianni. And I love Tone. I truly like him as a content creator. But he wants to exaggerate Slay. And Slay's not even in the top 5 in his position. I'd rather have Patrick Stan over him. I'd rather have other cornerbacks over him. His rookie corner that's on the opposite is better than him. A rookie corner is better than a 5-time Pro Bowler, right? I'm sorry. How is he a 15 Pro Bowl? I don't even know how many Pro Bowls he has. But a rookie corner is doing better than you. And that's all you got to say is, I know it's my fault. We know it's your fault. We don't need an explanation. Just get up there and play your game. Sorry, Heiden, go ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty much nailing everything that I wanted to say about Darius Slay. He's old. The only thing he's good for, I don't know, it's probably holding a clipboard and teaching these young guys like Quinyon Mitchell, who should be starting over him. That's the only thing he's good for.
Bro, I am so tired of these fucking diva ass players, man. I'm so sick of that shit, dude. Like, I don't want to hear Slay on, especially when we lose, man. That's when you should just shut the hell up, man.
I don't even know I don't even know the name of his podcast. Like, the fuck? That's how much I care about that. Stop being on that shit and actually focus on your craft. Focus on your fucking craft. Focus on your fucking craft.
Like, bro, like, I don't care if you do your podcast, but there's a right time and a wrong time. When you have a loss after last week and you come on there 2 days afterwards,
I care.
No,
I care if he's going on. I care if he's going on his podcast. I don't want to see this dude be another Angel Reese or another Micah Parsons. Go out there, save your podcast for the off season. That's what you do, so you can have all in focus on what you got to do in your craft.
Bro, I don't care if you were winning. If you're winning, fine. You have your fucking podcast, right? As long as you're doing your job. The problem is he's not doing his job. So you're supposedly doing your job. And, it's like, okay, you're supposedly, if you did your job and you did the podcast, I would have no issue with it. The problem is you're not doing your job. That's like me showing up to work, not being on time, not doing my job, leaving, whatever I do, not being, not do nothing. And it's jump on my YouTube channel and say, you know what? I had a great day at work. Oh, I'm sorry, managers and coworkers. I had a bad day at work. My fault. Bro, like, if you don't get the fuck back, go back to bed and worry about getting up tomorrow and go to work, man. Like, it's just stuff like that, bro. That's what he does, man. He stinks at his job, then comes home, goes to Honey, and say, you know what? Today I'm going to make a podcast for everybody, one of my best Eagle fans in the nation, and I'm going to tell them how I'm bad at my job. And it's like, bro, like, do we give a fuck? How about you just show it? You got a game in 3 days. I'm sorry, now it's 1 day. But when you made your podcast, it was 3 days. That's how I know these guys don't take it seriously, because you don't have time to do a podcast if you were working on your craft. That's the problem. And it's like, this goes back to Nick, what he preaches. Does he preach, hey, we know you on your phone. If you have to work on your craft, we want you to, or just fuck it. If I'm the coach, no phones, no tablets. If I see it, you're fine.
This definitely goes back to Nick Sirianni, everything that you've been talking about thus far. If you're the head coach, why not hold your players accountable? Go back to Slay
harder for a team meeting, but you won't bench Slay for having a podcast. That makes sense.
Yeah. He's so inconsistent.
Mister, I had a good game.
Yeah, I had a good game, but I won't improve my teammates. I don't give a fuck as long as I had a good performance. Fuck.
This guy, man, I cannot wait for fucking Slay to retire, man.
This man said no nigga Slay. That's hilarious.
Oh man, like bro, like I'm so done with this Nick Sirianni culture, man. It's time for, and it's like, and I want this to stick with Howie. Someone send this to Howie. Send just this clip. Please don't hire no more puppets anymore. Please, can we be done with that? Can we please be done with iron puppets? Because you've seen it. It does not work. You need an offense coordinator genius. Someone like not a pretend McVay, because we thought Nick Sirianni was supposed to be McVay. That's what they told us, was he could call plays. He's the McVay type coach, and he wasn't any of that. If you're going to hire an offense a head coach, make sure he knows how to really call plays, and not just X's and O, but not just one way, but different ways. Please. I'm done with the puppet coaches. It don't work anymore. So if you fire Nick tomorrow, let's say we lose the game, we fire Nick, and we go hire someone like John Tomey from fucking the Cleveland Browns, and he was never an offensive coordinator, but you hired him because he was a damn puppet. we're going to be right back where we were 3 days. We'll get one Super Bowl appearance again, and they'll be like, oh, here we go again. John Tommy looking like Nick Sirianni. Oh, no, he looks like Doug Peterson. No, he wasn't Doug Peterson. It was Nick Sirianni. It's the same thing, man. I'm done with puppets. Please hire offense coordinator / head coach, please.
So I got a question. So I got a question for you, EC1. Would you even be talking about this shit if we had run the football and run the clock down and won the game versus the Falcons?
No.
I like I said during the live stream, speaking on my behalf, like I still would have had some questions for this team. It's like, yeah, we got 2 wins, but they seemed kind of close. It was kind of fluky, but I still got a lot of questions about the leadership of this team. We still only had 1 sack.
Where's the pass rush, man? Like, and I agree. Fangio was getting on my nerves too, bro. Like, his press conference fucking pissed me off. It's why I didn't want to hire this fucking asshole in the first place. But everybody swore that he was a great defense coordinator. Okay. All right. Even though he's never won
any criticism towards Kellen Moore, though? Huh? Any criticisms towards Kellen Moore, though?
What am I giving him criticism for? He don't even get the call plays unless Nick is on his breath under him.
Okay. Now I'm understanding you correctly. Keep Kellen Moore.
Like that. Like, come on, bro. Back up. Let the coordinator call plays. He's up on him like this. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Like, bro, like if you can't back up, I mean, that's how close he is to Kellen Moore. He swear he's breathing down his neck. I apologize for the group, but I had to do that to show you how close he was to Kellen Moore. I think you could smell his breath from there. That's how close I feel like he's to Kellen Moore. Yeah, I mean, dude, like, can I blame Kellen Moore? I probably can blame Kellen Moore. The fact that, well, you didn't use Dallas Goedert. He didn't have a target. And you're supposed to be tight end pro, right? That's what Kellen Moore is supposed to be based off, using two sets of tight ends and getting them the ball. Why are you not emphasis? Was Dallas Goedert even in the game? Because I only saw one play. Was he hurt?
He was in there for probably 40% of the plays. He only had 1 catch. He wasn't involved as much as Calcaterra, and that's really shocking.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, I don't mean to scream, and I hope people don't get it. Listen, I'm frustrated with this team. This team it needs to be better. And I hope tomorrow we go out there and we whoop the fuck at the Saints team. Because I hate their fans. I can't stand that fucking chant. Okay.
Well, you know we're going to keep this game close. We're going to keep this game close because that's what we like to do. We like to kill teams with kindness. I need that mentality of just killing, slaughtering a team. We don't have that anymore. We like to keep teams close because we're not fundamentally sound no more.
Don't worry. You know what? You're going to hear one of these tomorrow. Don't worry. From Nick's close win. You're going to hear some encouragement from Nick Sirianni. Where is it? What is it? Do I have this locker room speech anymore? I might have deleted it because I was fucking mad at him. Oh shit! Do I have it still? Do I have it? Do I have it? No, I don't think I have it anymore. But yeah. We're gonna see more of this though.
Huge player for Vegas. Got him in the trade this offseason.
We're gonna see that. That's for sure. We're gonna see a lot of that tomorrow because we're gonna frustrate a lot of defensive players tomorrow. Nick is gonna do that. But you know what? I guess if you a big fan of this, I guess we'll see more of that tomorrow. Even though we'll lose the game because Saints, you'll see a lot of interviews like this.
Going into the season is Jalen Hurts a guy? Now it's like, is Jalen Hurts the MVP of the season? What have you?
It's a wrong clip. I don't even have any more Nick's press conference. That's how fucking mad I am right now. He sucks. I deleted everything from him. I only got one clip, and that was Jalen Hurts is the dog. Not anymore. Not the way Nick is coaching him. No, that's a little exaggerated. He was a dog versus Falcons. Just made some throws. I don't know how I didn't like. What confidence do you have in this game? I'm trying. I don't want to beat around the bush, but I don't have any confidence in this game. Hold up. What the fuck fuck just happened? Sorry, I didn't mean to do
There we
that.
go. My bad.
But Fangio also can't beat mobile quarterbacks. That's another reason why I don't want him. Yeah, Derek Carr is pretty mobile. The guy can run if he wants to, but he likes to stay in the pocket, throw it. Again, when you look at the defense and your pass rush can't get home, where was the blitz at? Because we saw week one, you know, they where they didn't blitz them as much, but we saw them in preseason where they were blitzing. What happened to that? What I was looking forward to that. What the fuck happened? What did Fangio forget what he did week one? I mean, not week one, in preseason when he was blitzing. What happened to that? Why are quarterbacks sitting back and tearing us apart? Like I don't get these type of defense coordinators who do that shit. Why are you sitting back and allow Kirk Cousins to have a higher completion, the third highest completion passes since week two? You know what this number one completion rating right now? Kyler Murray. Okay? And Kirk Cousins is 3. And against who? Was it the Steelers? It was us. Only us could make Kirk Cousins look like Joe Montana against us. It's like we hire these defense coordinators, and then they go somewhere else and they look like John Gannon blitzing. When he's like, holy shit, he blitzed? Because he's allowed to have control of the defense that he likes to choose. Just like Schwartz. We thought he was the problem. He's looking like a Browns new defense coordinator over there. Different. We were like, where did this come from? Man, he never called this in Philadelphia. And I see a pattern. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's like I'm starting to think it's the front office and what they want, but it's like, dude, it's like, I don't think the front office knows Nick is controlling the plays. I think they're out of this.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I'm going on a little rant right now, man, because I'm trying to figure out, like, I didn't come here in this podcast and say, you know what, we're going to talk about this. No, when we talk, it's random. We talk, we'll talk like without a prompter, a fucking, oh, today we're going to talk about this, Hottie. You know, imagine us just come on every day and give you the exact same rants over and over again. You know, what do you expect from the Saints, Hottie? Oh, yeah, we're going to expect us to run the ball. I got the Eagles. Oh, man, this is tough. Man, I ain't doing all that. So, again, you come here with a mindset where Easy one can go around in circles if he wants to, because that's what he does. But around in circles would be this team right now, because that's why I feel like every time watching around in circles, here we go again. Your offense has to be at their best tomorrow. Hiding. I'll say it again. Are you confident after struggling versus the Falcons, the Packers, that we're going to win this game?
20%.
Okay, where do you get the 20 from? Yeah, ask.
Well, because this is an any given Sunday kind of thing, and I still believe our team is talented to get it done. It just comes down to the coaching, which is completely inept right now. That's where the 80% is coming from. But the 20%, there's not much hope in this game. Not much. But there's still a little lean. There's still a little hope I can lean on.
Mm-hmm. I think that was true to you, Hyden.
No nuts play.
Podcast should be after your. Yeah, I agree with that.
I should call him No Nut Slay. Just kind of like the November, how it was like No Nut November or something. Like, you don't deserve to get laid no more. Slay, you've done nothing good this year that I can remember this season so far.
Bro, this man had banana pudding after losing a fucking game and brought it to the locker room. That's how I know everybody takes this like a fucking joke.
Somebody should have slapped that shit out of his head.
Bro, what the fuck are you celebrating banana pudding for? Like, bro, does any Eagle player, and I want them, if they know me, or not know me, but if they know anybody, an Eagles player, ask them, What do they do when they lose? Do they have sit downs? Do they talk to each other? I'm sorry, talk to the coach. Or does the coach have to come talk to them? Because if they don't talk to the coach and the coach has to go all the way to talk to them, and it's one
They would
side,
have to literally host team meetings or something like that without the coaches, players only meetings.
can someone tell me when has a team won a Super Bowl like that?
I haven't seen it. And there was a reason behind that collapse, and that was one of the reasons.
He said Jordan Davis is a bust too. He's looking like it. He's looking like it. Again, I'm giving Jordan Davis this year before I write bust on him. This is week 3 of his career, and he's done nothing. The man is with an oxygen fucking tank, looking like goddamn. Looking like a fucking what bum do we had on a defense tackle before Jordan Davis? It was so fucking horrendous. Maybe Jerome McDougal or Mike Patterson. How about Mike Patterson for Jordan Davis? No, he can't be Mike Patterson because Mike Patterson was good. How about Takeo Spikes? No, he wasn't. He wasn't a defense. What pass rusher would suck so much for him? Right
Albert
now?
Hainsworth.
Yeah, how about Albert Hainsworth Davis right now? Looking like complete trash. Man, we should have taken Kyle Hamilton over you any day, bro. Well, that was a bad decision. My fault. I was so happy we got Jordan. Man, you are a bum, bro. You candy eating, ice cream eating. All right, I'm done with this, bro. Like Jordan Davis, you. What does he do? This man can't even stay on the field out of an oxygen tank, man. What? Come on, bro. You're a first round pick, and it's how you are. Hiding. How come our 3 first-round picks? One's not even on the damn field. Can we put Cooper Dijon on the field, please? Please?
Yeah, can we stop respecting seniority over the actual talent that needs to be out there?
Nick Sirianni just said today that Cooper Dijon is still learning. Learning what? Learning what? To pick his nose? To eat what? What the fuck is he learning? Get him on the field.
Here's some food for thought for you. When we acquired Kevin Byard last year, we immediately put him on the field.
Like, bro, like, what is he fucking learning? What does he need to learn? Let him play.
It doesn't take much to learn corner. I know it's a difficult position, but it doesn't take much to learn. They immediately put Kevin Byard out there last year.
This guy's a fucking idiot, bro. Both coaches are morons. You got Fangio sitting there saying we're not going to change our position. Well, bro, your position sucks and it's not working. So you're going to have to change your position because last week for Kirk Cousins, your wonder boy that you wanted to sign so fucking bad fell on his fucking face and his ass. And that's what he is right now, an ass. Because he sounds like an ass in a press conference. Looks like he's disinterest. Okay? And he sucks on the field. The man fell on his face. They got 10 offensive linemen. That's horrendous. That's a joke. For all that money that we could have just paid a sign, we're paying you? Bro, give us our money back, you thief. You fucking thief. Over there stealing money from good Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie. Dude fell on his fucking face. I've never seen a defensive line since Mark Sanchez made me butt fumbling What's worse than that? Dude, he's giving me the Byron Maxwell vibes, man. He's seriously giving me Byron Maxwell fucking vibes. He sucks so bad hiding. I was watching his little tape, bro, and it's like, bro cannot even get off the line. He looks like a slow ass, overrated type pass rusher that we got from the practice squad, man.
And then on top of that, he runs like there's something up his butt, like DeMarco Murray did when he was with us.
Looks like he got a cock up his ass.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I mean, play with a purpose, man. I mean, do you want to work hard for your money for once?
Bro looks like a fucking bum out there, man. I mean, this guy out here just falling on his fucking face. And I'm like, bro, where's the circus music, man? I swear you could have put
This dude out there looked like he only got one move, and that's what he sticks with.
Give me Derek Barnett vibes.
At least Derek Barnett has some multiple moves. At least he was actually noticed out there. We don't see Bryce Huff out there.
Bro, tell me he don't give you Byron Maxwell vibes right now, man. He's giving me Byron Maxwell vibes.
He does. At least he's done something for us. I can name a whole bunch of people who have done a lot more than what Bryce Huff is doing right now.
Man, what's a pass rusher that sucked so much ass in Philadelphia that we paid?
I mean, do we even have a tackle yet?
From who?
From Bryce Huff. Does he even have a tackle yet?
No, you know his stat line was week 2. I think I said it once and I said it again. 0 sacks, 0 pressures, and
0 tackles? Wow. That's disgusting.
Bro, I think I'm living in clown world, man. What the fuck are we watching for the last 2? What? Hiding, like, would you ever predict us being right now potential 1-2 tomorrow?
I never thought about that a day in my life before the schedule came out. I had us going 2-1, losing to the Saints, coming off of an easy win versus the Falcons, but we didn't get it because we kept teams close. So this is the situation that we're dealt with. We gotta find a way to come away with a win versus a tough team like the Saints. Now, I do have a question about you about the Saints. We've talked enough about the Eagles. Who on the Saints, outside of Alvin Kamara, obviously, scares you the most?
It's Chris Olave and Shakur. What's his name? Shakur. The one that's liberated that corner that was in Dallas in the safety.
Shareed Aheed, something like that?
Yeah, whatever. That dude's a beast. That dude's a monster. That dude will shred. He's a burner. Pretty much the whole offense. Again, I got no confidence in we're stopping that offense. No way in hell. Not the way Bryce. Yeah, that's exactly it. He's Marcus Smith. That's who Bryce Huff is. Actually, I would give that to Nolan Smith right now because he's looking like a Marcus Smith type pick right now. But it's like your pass rush is not there. It's like the order to win this game, you got to get pressure on Derek Carr. And I don't think this team is going to be able to do that. I'm going to be plain honest. I don't want to be negative, but I don't think this team is going to be able to compete with the Saints tomorrow.
What's up, Big Nate? Good luck to the Packers.
I mean, I think the way our team is right now, the best thing you can hope for is this team finds a way to beat the Saints. And whatever that is, I don't know. But they're going to have to do it. And if they do it, then it's like, all right, now you're 2-1. And if you did it, and it's not beating them by a point. No, it's going out there and destroying that team. Because week 3, you should already have that together. I need you to go out and show, or even compete with them. Like, at least score more than what we have seen. And beat that team. Blow them out. Show them that you are this team. That everything that everybody said was wrong. And if you don't blow out that team and you win by because you were good, no, matter of fact, just beat the Saints. That's all I ask. Beat the Saints. If you beat the
You
Saints,
know what? Let me ask you a little bit of a question here. Let's say the score is in the high 40s. It's a shootout. Both teams have at least 40 points, and we somehow get the victory. How would you feel about that? Would you still have questions like I would?
Yeah, I would have questions, but I would be more happy than I was if you don't win it. Right? I mean, we would have questions, but we want to be screaming and yelling like each one and hiding. Well, hiding ain't there yet. Give it time though. If Nick's still there by week 5 and he's still looking like trash, you will see hiding.
Yeah, my blood is boiling, bro. Like I would hate to scream all fucking year about some negative shit.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like if you win tomorrow, then guess what? By the way, Utah just beat the Oklahoma State. Okay. By 22-19. But yeah, I'm watching college football right now. But and they're looking better than the Eagles, by the way. So let that sink in your head. But yeah, if you win tomorrow, I would be upset, but I wouldn't be this upset. And the only reason I'll be upset is like, yeah, you won, but did it show you anything? No, but I'll still be happy with 2-1. So I would be a little upset, but it's still happy. I mean, just go and win this game tomorrow. I don't know, man. I want this fucking coach gone, man. Like I just don't understand how you can bring this dude back. I just don't get it. It's like I'm trying to find a way to give my team confidence, and it's like every confidence that I get, I start picturing our coach, and it's like, nope, that confidence is gone now. Because I don't have faith in him that he can go out there, get his team prepared, go out there and make sure this team plays for him. I think they lost respect for him, and I truly believe that they're not going to be ready to play tomorrow. That's how I feel. It's your turn, Adam. I don't know what you want me to say.
I mean, it's just that simple. Like we got to go out there. Like I said, let's stay with our confidence. Well, we don't have no confidence, but we got to stay with our identity. We see the identity there. It's Saquon Barkley. That's 2 games he went over 100 yards rushing. Use him. Stop trying to be cute. Like, if there's some situations that are meant to be passing, sure, go for it. But situational football, just go back to the basics. When you see a 3rd down and long, I don't know. It's just like, just stay to the basics, man. Like, I want to see some running plays here and there. More running plays. Stuff that works. Stay to the basics, Eagles.
I want to see an offense that knows how to win. And and I've not seen a complete game since 2022. No, I'll take that back. The first complete game was maybe the Buccaneers last year in 2023. I mean,
Nah, I still wouldn't say that. I say you were right the first time. The game that I really haven't seen us be totally complete in, even though Jalen struggled in this game, I would say the game versus the 49ers, the NFC Championship game. It was a blowout. We didn't show no mercy. And Jalen Hurts never kept, he kept his foot on the gas. And he motivated his team, his running team behind him, and just willed his way to victory, bro. Like, what happened to the Jalen Hurts of the past who would just motivate his team to just will their way to victory?
Heidi, this is week 2, right? It's like,
oh, that's a good question. Nick Sirianni to the Falcons or the Chiefs?
I'm sorry, this is week 3, excuse me. I don't give a fuck where he goes. He can go do the Falcons for all I care. I don't care. Maybe it'll suck for them.
Yeah, let him hold the Falcons.
Probably not. He'll probably hold us too. Week 3. Sorry, not week 2. Week 3. It was week 2. Week 3. This is week 3 right now. We're going to week 3. And They're fucking showing a preview of the Saints and Eagles game. God damn it. And it's like you don't have an identity yet, and it's like where does identity become the factor in the team?
We have the identity. We have the identity, and it's clear as day. They just don't fucking stick to the script.
Well, do we really have identity though? What's our identity?
We do have an identity, and it's the running game. They don't see it. They don't see it. They just see it as, okay, we got all these weapons. We got these shiny new toys that we can play with. Let's just continue to mix it up because we don't really see what our identity is. And to us fans, it's just clear as day. Run the football. That's what we're saying. Run the football. And they just pass, when the run, it should be the running plays. It's just like it doesn't make sense to me. They try to be too cute.
I agree. I truly believe running the football wins you football games in the offense of the ball, right? You look at the best teams that won Super Bowl, which were they what? The running football teams. The teams that would run down your throat.
I know one thing. I know one thing though. 21-year-old EC1 would kill to have Saquon Barkley on that 21 squad.
Yeah.
And for us to not use him? What?
Saquon Barkley has not won a game yet since leaving the Giants. I think they showed it. He's not won a game since 2019. Sorry, not 2019, 2022.
He just beat the Packers. What are you saying?
I know. They forgot all about that. But I just saw something on TV where it's like Saquon Barkley has never won a game since joining the Eagles. I'm like, bro, we just beat the Packers. Oh, okay. They don't count that no more. I'm sorry. But yeah, I just saw that. On IG.
It's like anybody would do their best to try to destroy this team. The media, oh my God, there's just so much negativity around Philly. And this is something that we kind of created ourselves, not as fans, but the coaching staff, who won't use these guys right. Like the coaching staff is just so inept right now. It's like the simple things we can fix, and we don't stick to the script. Simple, basic football.
Yeah, and I know there's going to be people in the comments talking about, well, why don't you talk about something positive? It's always negative. Well, what positive you want us to talk about? What, we have potential to go 2-1?
My thing is, we can't criticize our team. My thing is, we can't criticize our team, huh? Like, if we don't talk about these things, the team is never going to fix them. We have to outcry these things. We have to outline these things so that these teams will make adjustments. We're not fanboys, not even close to that shit. If we see a problem, we're going to attack it. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, a lot of people are fanboys, though. And that's the issue. Not a lot of Eagle fans, but a lot of new Eagle fans. Jalen Hurts 2-7 the last games. It's always something negative. Yeah, but it's something negative because we got a shitty head coach. Again, we got this dude. I hate to play this again, but I love this clip. And I always will play this until this fucking clown is gone. But we got this dude.
Oh, I won't do that. Apologizing is for the weak and wrong, which is why you should do it to me because you are weak and wrong.
But yeah, we got that dude.
And you know what else? When previewing the Eagles and Saints on First Take, they would show like 4 different positive plays that happened in that Cowboys game. With the Eagles, they would show that one drop, that one play where Saquon dropped it. And that's it. This media, no matter what type of media you're talking about, they're always going to point out the negatives when it comes to the Eagles. Everybody fucking hates us, bro.
Yeah. I got Manuel Acho talking right now, college football. He's another guy that just doesn't shut up. But listen, I mean, at the same time, We talk our shit, but there is some positive, right? I know with the team, there's some positive, and that is you got a
It's only week
legit
3.
star running back. No, it's not even week 3. You got a legit star running back that you don't want to use, but you have him. And Saquon Barkley has been a sensation. Fitz Vegas, whatever you want to hell you want to call him, Fitz two-timer, over there making plenty of videos about Saquon. Okay, cool. Right? I mean, if that's what you want to do, two-teamer, excuse me, not two-timer, two-teamer. The Saints and the Giants fan combined with a stupid Halloween mask. It's on his face 24/7 and not showing his actual face because I bet it wasn't, something positive worth seeing sometimes if you're a fucking female. But he has a fucking Halloween mask and he over there talking about Saquon Barkley, how he's been bad. What? Have you watched this team lately? Saquon's been a monster. The guy's been really the reason why we've been in games. If it wasn't for him, we don't beat the Packers. Just being real.
And we wouldn't be in position to beat the Falcons.
Yeah. So it's like, bro, you over there just criticizing our running back when he didn't even lose that game for us. Yeah, everybody wants some of he dropped that touchdown. Well, why did you get into it? If you ran the football, you want to be in that situation. And you kick the field goal early, you want to be in a situation. So again,
up by 10 points with a minute and a half left. That's game.
I love everybody talking about, well, I can't blame Nick for this game. I can. If you kick the
I can
ball,
too. You saw that inept coaching at the end of that game? Yeah, stupid play calling, stop the clock, incomplete, 4th down. Now you got to take the field goal with your dumb ass. And shout out to Jake Elliott for being a real one as usual.
Kicking the field goal early wins you the football game.
And that's another boneheaded play too.
You wouldn't have to go for it. You wouldn't have to do all that. Saquon Barkley wouldn't be looking like the loser, like everybody wants him to be, if Nick just kicks the field goal early. You would win the game.
We would have been up 6. We're trying to go up for that field goal. We wouldn't even be talking about this. We win the game by 9 points. 2 at the very least.
But you got dumbasses who clearly don't know time of possessions, and they over there talking like they're if Saquon just catches it. Well, if Nick kicked the field goal early, we would have won the game. You wouldn't have to use Saquon Barkley because you would have put away this team. You allowed this team to win this game because of mental issues, problems that should have been, mental errors and issues with the offense and the defense and the whole coaching and aspects of the game because you didn't work on anything. You didn't put these guys in preseason. You swapped down joint practice were the answer.
Of all the games in week 2, this has to be like the sell of the week. We sold that game so hard. We gave that game away so hard. Like, I've never seen, you literally sold the game so hard that I had to give away my $200. You want to know why I was so upset? Because we sold the game. We had it. Just run the football. It's just fundamental football. That's why I couldn't wear my Eagles gear this week leading up to the game. I'll wear it tomorrow, but god damn, bro, we sold that game.
I didn't wear my hat doing work at all this week. I didn't want to be no parts of that team until they showed me something. I ain't gonna lie. I still talked about them, but I didn't wear no hat.
You want a hoe? You want a hoe? You want to act like a hoe? Then that's what you get. I don't support hoes who take my money. Damn, bro, you sold.
Can we talk about Nolan Smith being a busted for? All right, let's talk about him.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. These linebackers aren't doing shit, and he's one of the main reasons why.
No, but we'll bench Devin White because we think the Kobe Dean outperformed him. I'm Vic. Fuck out of here.
Oh, he missed practice. Oh.
No,
my bad. He showed up late.
Did the Kobe Dean look good?
Shit. I don't even have a definitive answer for that.
He looks like shit right now. How is it that we signed Devin White, and yet he was a healthy scratch for the game on the Falcons game? Why the fuck is he not playing? Why is it? Well, he sucks. Well, if he sucks, cut him. Get rid of him. Why keep him? You had no problem with cutting Patrick Johnson and let him walk to the Giants. Why not cut Devin White and let him go somewhere else? If you're not going to use these players, get rid of them. You don't even need to wait for the trade deadline. Cut them. You can do it now. But they'd rather keep him. And they're going to say, well, he has a role. Nick Sandin told me he has a role. What role? You don't have a role. You became a coach. So what role does Devin White have? If he's sitting on the bench, that makes no fucking sense at all. Well, he has a role. What's his role? Sit on the bench? Because that's not supposed to be his role. It's supposed to be his role would be competing to be a linebacker for this team. I swear I fucking hate this coach, man. I hate this coach. Every time he opens his fucking mouth, it's just like what I say. Just like this video. That's why I made it. It's a bunch of farts coming out of his mouth, man. It's a bunch of nothing. That's what it is, man. He says nothing that's like, oh my God, he admitted. No, he don't do that. He doesn't even have the balls to look at this team in the eye and say, you know what? That was on me. I understand it hurts. Let me take this blame for everybody. Let me do it. Let me be the coach. Like what Broach said was phenomenal. Shut sports talk with Broach, even though I don't know say why he don't like me. I want it all because I said Howard Roseman sucked the time, which I apologize, but ever since he had an issue with me. But he said that, and I agree with this. You know, my bad. Just even something like, you know, hey, it hurts. Well, this is how you should feel right now. Take that pain and go to New Orleans. You don't even talk to the team at all. You rather shut your mouth, say crap, and let Jalen Hurts take the blame, essentially. And look at this team and say, you know what? Even my coach is a sorry-ass pussy, but I'll take the blame for y'all. So you can once again believe me that we should fire this clown. And it's like the coach is supposed to be the leader, and it's like it sounds like your quarterback's more of a leader than your coach.
That's literally some hoe shit. Like you don't even you just let your guys just be thrown under the bus and you don't have nothing to say about it. It's just what? Where do they do that at?
Again, Cooper Dijon not playing. And them sitting there telling me us again. If I hear that one more fucking time, I'm going to scream. Oh, he's still learning. And then hear Nick talk about that, oh, well, you know, the guys already know what's expected. Well, they don't know what's expected because you're looking like complete trash. What this is
look at how bad you're trying not to yell.
It's so fucking frustrating because like this team should be they should look like the Saints right now. And instead we're looking more like the fucking shitty ass 0-2 Giants or the 1-2 Commanders.
They're going to be 1-2.
Yeah, well, all right. So 2-0 is it 2-0 Commanders?
They're 1-1 just like we are.
Oh yeah, so they because they lost to the Buccaneers. I mean, you look like the 1-1 Commanders, and it's like you should be like the Saints, scoring points, looking like elite defense, and I don't see none of that. I see a team that's about to give us a first ass whooping tomorrow in the dome.
Rust is no longer an excuse. We've played 2 games so far. Fuck that excuse.
Who said rust? Was someone said in the comments?
No. I'm just saying for those who want to put out rust as an excuse.
Rust about what? They had all preseason games to put these guys out. They said that they were rust up, they're ready to go. That's what their words were. That we don't need to play these guys in preseason. They were ready to go, and they would be ready for week 1. You ask every player if they were ready to go. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Oh yeah, we're so pumped." Nick was swarmed down that yeah, our guys are ready to go, and we right now, listen, we're gonna be ready to go. Well, you're not ready to go because you're looking like complete trash. So you lied to us. Once again, the liar, head coach, is lying to us. It's like you swore down where you're ready to go, but I don't see that for the last 2 weeks. Hiding, it feels like I'm at a fucking. You would think that we would be 0-2 the way we're talking, but instead we're one. We're what 1-1, but we look like an 0-2 football team the way we were talking. Right? It feels like we're talking like we're an 0-2 football team. But it's
Well, I'll tell you like this though. We need to start acting like we're desperate, like we're an 0-2 team, like the Ravens are when they play the Cowboys this week. We need to act desperate. We need to act like we know the fuck better. And we need to call plays that make sense. Let's go back to the basics. Let's play situational football. Let's just make sense this week. Let's not do boneheaded decisions like going forward on 4th down when we should take a field goal at the 20-yard line. Let's make sense.
Do we have any of that in the building? Because I don't think Nick Sirianni has any common sense. I don't think he has any common sense in his brain cells. I mean, how can you have common sense of not kicking the field goal early? I mean, God forbid, should we have any common sense in that? How do we have not common sense not to act like a dickhead on the damn sidelines and crack jokes in the media when you won one game by the Packers in Brazil and it was by the skin of your teeth, and yet you're over there still acting like you shit didn't stink, like you don't need to prove anything until you got your ass handed to you by the Falcons, and now you're up against a potential losing your job, but you still have no common sense. I bet you, if you didn't learn from last year, you didn't learn this year, so you really don't have any common sense. Like, this coach has proven over and over again that he's immature. He doesn't know what it's like to be a coach. He's never called plays in his lifetime. Swore down he did. That's why I think Jeffrey Lloyd Howard Roseman hired him, was because they thought he was going to be a McVay type coach. So he lied to them on the resume. He had to be, because they swore down he could call plays. He swore down on his resume he could call plays, but he can't. How is you still here? And how is you, a guy that I'm supposed to rely on common sense to be a football team, not only with good players, great coaches? All right, the word coaches, because you can have all the talent you want. You don't have good coaches, you're not going to go nowhere. And they got great coaches over there. Their coach knew how to be a coach and was able to coach into this team. That is why they're looking good right now. Derek Carr looks like an MVP right now, playing football for the last 2 weeks. He's looked like an MVP.
And here's something else that I also want to highlight. Like, you saw how many coaches it took for the Saints to get back to where they needed to be without Sean Payton. I don't want to wait that long. Like, we need to get it together right now. We need to always be in the mix as far as being Super Bowl contenders. This is not Super Bowl contender football that we're talking about here in these first 2 weeks. Like, we look like we don't know what we're doing as far as play calling. Like, it's just, let's just get back to the basics. That's really the basic thing that I really want to nail in your Eagles fans' heads. Like, get back to the basics. The stuff that works, the good chunks. Even if these run plays go for 4 yards, you keep sticking with it. And make passing plays that make sense too, because somebody needs to tell Jalen Hurts that you don't always have to scramble out of the pocket to make a good throw. Sometimes that pocket is going to be clean, and you got to stand there like a tall statue and just deliver the throw.
And I think he's getting taught. I think that's how they're teaching him. Right? I think that's how Nick teaches Jalen Hurts. If there's nobody there, skate the pocket and make a play with your legs. Because when Jalen Hurts sees a pocket and nobody's open, he tries to, hey, go down there, and he holds on the ball way too much. And I think he's getting teach that. I think he's getting taught that, not teach that. I think he's getting taught like that to leave the pocket early if there's nothing there. Don't wait. Go out and make a play. You're Jalen Hurts. Does that make sense, or am I over exaggerating?
And I want to add to that point too. Jalen Hurts is only going to get older. That's the case with every player in this fucking league. So you're going to have to rely on your arm at some point in your career. You're not going to be able to use your legs like you once did in your rookie season. You're only getting older. Your knees, your legs, all that jazz is going to get weaker. It's just natural. Father Time will always win, but you need to have that arm to make those throws. Sometimes you can't be able to use your feet.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, this Saints game is going to be a tough task for us. And I hope this team is ready to play. I want this team to go out and win. I just don't see any shape and how of us pulling a upset versus Saints. Not the way they're playing, not the way we're playing. Now, could we go out there and spank that team and dominate the team and look like a brand new football team that looks like they're ready to go? Could. It could happen. Is it more likely going to happen? Probably not. Because if this team has not played that like that against the Falcons, and there's a lot of people going to say, well, we didn't lose the game. That's why. Okay. But if they go out there and they look like the exact same football team, I think that you have to make a decision on if Nick Sirianni should keep his job after this game. I think tomorrow his job should be on the line. And if he does not win the game tomorrow, he should be fired. 1-2 is a bad start. And you don't want to start 1-2. Your job is to make at least 2-1 and go into that Buccaneers game and try to make it a 3-1 game, right? Because those are the two tough teams that are playing really good football. So there's no hiding anymore. There's no, I'm going to wait, we're going to wait. No more waiting. It's this game.
And we're going to have a bye weekend pretty soon. So what? We don't talk the entire bye week. We don't communicate. We don't talk about our mistakes, our positives that we can keep capitalizing on. Like, there's no communication. The communication has to be there with the teammates. And here's some food for thought a little bit. The offensive line is starting to come together a little bit, but we're still giving up a little too much hurries and pressures. We're not communicating on that offensive line either. Nick Sirianni's not communicating that. We need to communicate better. So let's have a little bit more communication moving forward. A lot more communication.
Yeah, I mean, where do you see this team being the weakness right now? I think the pass rush is the weakness. The weakness is the pass rush. And like I said, I think that playing Bryce Huff and Josh Sweat, and they're not getting home, I think that's going to be tough on the defense. But I also think that Nick Sirianni, being the coach that he is, since he didn't talk to this team, I think that they're not going to learn their ways, and they're going to go out there and play like a sloppy football team that look like they shouldn't be on this same field as the Saints. And I think we're going to get our ass whooped. I don't have confidence that we're winning this game tomorrow. I just don't. Like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where I can say, you know what, the Saints are bad. They're not.
Saquon, and we still got Jalen Hurts, who's a proven winner. So there's the hope that I'm still leaning on. We have no A.J. Brown for the second straight week. But, at the end of the day, it's just come down to the coaching. Let's not be inept this week.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we got this dude. Nah, I don't know what you want me to say. We got this dude. else I gotta play this.
Oh, I won't do that. Apologizing is for the weak and wrong, which is why you should do it to me because you are weak and wrong.
I love that clip, by the way. But yeah, I mean, we got a head
God
coach.
damn. Did you see that comment? Jeez.
What's wrong?
He said 52-0.
52-0 Saints tomorrow. I got no faith that we're winning either.
Damn. I thought you was low on confidence, EC1, so I read this guy's comment.
Being honest, I mean, listen, I mean, we tell how it is. I mean, that's our goal.
Now, I still don't have us winning this game, but I would like to be wrong. I say we're losing this game by 7. You know, I think the Saints are favored by 2.5 points, which is kind of being, courteous and kind. But we're losing this game by 7. Look for the Saints to cover the spread.
What do you think the score's going to be?
I think it's going to be 20. It's going to be 30-23 Saints.
I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow game.
And Lord, hallelujah, we finally get a Sunday game, a 1:00 game. Thank you for not giving us a primetime game for once.
Oh, don't worry. Everybody's going to be watching it.
Because everybody loves to see our downfall. Have you noticed Nick Sirianni's hot seat? It went from a 7 to a 9 immediately after that Falcons game.
And hopefully it will be a 10 by the Saints game when we lose.
If it's a 10, that's an automatic fire.
I think tomorrow's going to get fired, man. Hey, listen, you got to think Jeffrey Lloyd and Howard Roseman just waiting for the Saints game for him to change.
It would have to be something like a 63-0 lead, like the fucking Chargers did last year to the Raiders, or the Raiders did to the Chargers rather, for him to get fired.
Do you think so?
Yep.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be the Saints game or the Buccaneers game. If Nick loses this game tomorrow, I think he gets fired. I think he's fired by Monday in the morning or Tuesday morning. I think he gets fired next week. I think they don't fire him after this game, obviously, but they wait till Monday morning to fire him. I mean, Jeffrey Lurie and Howard.
They're going to make him wait until the end of the season, which is something the Eagles normally do. They did it with Chip Kelly too.
Yeah, but this ain't a Chip Kelly offense. This is a Nick Sirianni offense. And Jeffrey Lurie paid a lot of money for a running back like Saquon Barkley. Jeffrey Lurie paid a lot of money to the top receivers, along with Howard Roseman, who got it done. But it was Jeffrey Lurie that paid a lot of resources to this team. If you think that he's not going to fire Nick after this game tomorrow, I'm going to give you a real clear reality. Jeffrey Lurie does not like when his fans are mad. And there is a lot of fans that's refused to go to, I've seen it all around Twitter and IG, even Facebook. They're refusing to go to games now because how bad it's getting. And Jeffrey Lurie is not going to put up with that at all.
Well, if you've been watching the Eagles like I have been for the last 24 years, he likes to sit in the hot seat for a little while. So he'll go deal with a coach for like at least the full season before firing him. Like I said, Chip Kelly, even Andy Reid and Doug Peterson, the last 3 coaches that we fired, he stayed practically the whole season except for Chip Kelly, which was a game before the last game.
Yeah, but they got to fire him by week 2, man, because if you don't, this is only going to get worse. If he loses
that's your wish and that's your expectation, but I don't see it that way. I say he waits until the end of the season, just like he always does. Man, he just makes us suffer the entire fucking season before he finally fires the guy.
I can't wait this season, bro. No, it would hurt. I would go in fucking psychotic mode immediately if he's not fired after the Saints game. Because what are you showing your team?
I mean, he could. I would like for him to retire at halftime. You know, just like that one Bills player did, retire during the middle of the game at halftime.
Who,
But
Nick?
yeah, we're not going to see that. He's not
No,
going to quit on the Eagles
I
team.
want him. I think he said fired. He wants him fired at halftime.
It would be great whether he retires or gets fired. Get him out of here somehow.
Wouldn't that be funny? Jeff Flory now says Nick Sirianni got fired during halftime. Suddenly,
That'd be great.
how would that look in the media? Breaking news, by the way. Oh, we just got an alert. Nick Sirianni has been fired during halftime. This is a gutsy call by Jeffrey Lurie. Nick Sirianni is relieved of his duties. I'll be like, whoa. What the hell happened to our owner or something? He got big balls or something like that. No, probably would never happen with Jeff Lurie. Probably I would wait till Monday morning. But I just don't. I hope that Nick Sirianni goes out there and looks like a brand new coach. I don't want him to fire. But if that's what needs to happen for this team, this quarterback to look better, then hell yeah, I want him fired. If it makes my team better.
I mean, of course, we're Eagles fans. We want it to work, but you know, he's got to change at some point.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of fanboys, and like I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm not a fanboy. That's why it's not the Fanboy EC1 channel. I'm not even gonna read the last comment because I don't give a fuck about the Falcons, man. You can read if you want, Hyman. It's probably on your channel.
He said, "Please beat the Poodats." That's pretty much what he's saying. We're gonna try, but you know, our offensive coordinator and our coach is so inept at play calling, so it might not work in our favor, Slita. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully, we get the dub.
Yeah, we're not being the Saints tomorrow, bro. I'll be shocked. You think that Saints team is not going to come in there and be prepared for us? You don't
They
think
will
so?
be, but we have to out prepare them.
Yeah, okay. I mean, our coach, another coach? Nah, not with their coach. Our coach, another coach? I mean, Nick Sirianni has to be a coach finally? Is that what you meant, Hayden? That Nick Sirianni has to be a coach finally?
Yeah, he got to be a man. He got to grow some nuts, as Slita once said in 2008 when he went to Philly. Get some fucking balls. Grow some nuts. You got to literally go out there, take accountability when it needs to be taken, and then just give it when it needs to be given. Like, it goes both ways. Accountability, he doesn't have it, and he doesn't give it. That's what needs to happen if he wants to grow some balls.
Are we being too harsh on the coach right now?
He needs it. This is Philadelphia. God damn it.
I'm just wondering because, you know, there are going to be fans that go, are you too harsh on Nick? It's only week 2. I know there's people in the comments.
Man, fuck them. Fuck 2024 too. Soft ass pussies. Jesus Christ, he needs the criticism. This is Philadelphia we're talking about. He better get his shit together.
I just want to know because I feel like what else is there to talk about? Like, is there any positive news that we need to talk about? H. Brown is out for this game again. He might be out for the Buccaneers game. So maybe you're looking to get him by the Cleveland Browns game, right? Would it be the Browns game?
We just need to survive everything we can before that week 5 bye. The bye is a perfect time in this case, considering, you know, the few injuries that we have. Our injury list isn't very high, but we're missing a very key piece in A.J. Brown.
Yeah, I mean, AJ losing him is now making Nick Sirianni look like what he is, a puppet. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah. So you got a bye week. You got the Browns after that, the Giants, the Bengals, the Jaguars, the Cowboys, the Washington Commanders. Then you got the Rams. You got the Baltimore Ravens. You got the Panthers, Steelers, Commanders, Cowboys, and Giants. So it's not getting easy for you. Matter of fact, you probably got one game where you might be able to pull off a victory. Right? And that would be the Giants. But you're not beating the Bengals like that. You're not beating the Jacksonville. You're not beating Cowboys. Well, you might beat the Cowboys like that. You probably could beat Washington like that. You're not beating the Rams like that. So you might miss the playoffs this year. You might miss the playoffs, or you might make it to at least a fifth seed, maybe a fifth seed, a seventh seed. Is that what it looks like, Hyden? Because I don't see how you can play like that and win these games that are coming up. The Browns will spank you if you do that. The Giants might spank you. Never thought I would say that. But, I mean, come on. You lost to a Falcons team. Maybe the Falcons are good. Maybe I was just wrong. But
it was still a very winnable game. We should have had that, but we didn't. Can't make no excuses about it now. We got to move on.
That's why I'm streaming Eagles and saying, I don't care, bro. Don't give a fuck, bro. I really don't. See ya. Pay me my $50, bro. I didn't forget. Okay? You can
Forget about it. We're not going to mention that in this live chat. Forget about it. Let's focus on the Eagles and Saints.
You owe me my money. No, I'm just playing. No. See, I don't care about the Saints game, really, to be honest. No offense. Because at the end of the day, we're not winning this game. The Eagles are just not a good team right now. The only way we win this game is by a miracle. And I mean, Saquon Barkley has to run all the way a 60-yard touchdown in the final minutes to win a game. Or Jalen Hurts has once again put his team on his back. Because I don't see our defense stopping Derek Carr and Kamara. Maybe they will, but probably not. Not the way they've been playing. Again, they're giving Bijan over what? Oh, what did we say? Over 100 yards? Well, hold on. Let me look up the total yards.
The last time we played Derek Carr, he was a Vegas Raider, and we didn't do so good against them either.
Josh Jacobs. Let's see. Let me look up his yards of Jacobs. Josh Jacobs. Let's see. Let me look up his stat line that he's clearly had versus us. And then I'm going to compare that to Derek Carr. I'm sorry, not Derek Carr. Bijan Robinson. Because we're going to look up how many rushing yards and we're going to put it together. Let's see. Let's do it. So Josh Jacobs had over 84 rushing yards. Altogether, 16. And yards per carry, he had a 5.3. Rush TD 0. Reception yards 20. Reception 2. 10.0 in average. Okay. So he had over rushing yards 84. Altogether 16. And a 5.3 rating yards per carry. Okay. And this was Bijan Robinson. All right, you got it right now, right? How many rushing yards, Hyden? Because Bijan Robinson does this to us. He had 14 attempts.
I said earlier he had 100. I meant to say he had 97, but still, that's a bad game defensively.
Bijan Robinson had 97 yards, and he had a 6.9 average. I'm sorry, AVG, which is average. Is it average? Yeah, it's average. Okay.
Average per carry. Those are big chunks. Very big chunks.
Yeah, 6.9. So Bijan Robinson had 97 yards. Josh Jacobs had 90. One had what? 5.8, and the other one had a 3.8. Wait, hold on. Go back to this game. So what was that? So Bijan was 3.5, and Josh Jacobs was a 10.0. How the hell did we get worse than? So how, altogether, how do the math? How much are we giving up for both running backs combined?
I want to say we've at least given up 200 yards to each of these running backs. You're talking about the Falcons running backs, or Josh Jacobs and Bijan Robinson
combined. You got Bijan Robinson and you got Josh Jacobs. You put all together, how much are we giving up on the run?
At least 225.
So we give up 225 yards in 2 games.
And you don't think Alvin Kamara is going to do anything? Bruh, he's going to have a field day.
Alvin Kamara, how many yards did he put up against the Cowboys? By all means, they're not a good team.
I want to say he had at least 150. But something that concerns me a little bit more than just the rushing yards is the all-purpose yards. He was doing everything, catching it, running it. He was doing everything.
He had over 115 yards against Dallas. He had a 5.8 AVG, which is average per yard. And he had a touchdowns TD was 3, and receptions was 2. And for Carolina, he had 83 yards and a 5.
He had 4 overall touchdowns, though.
Oh my God, man! Please, somehow, some way, we start to. He's gonna have like 5 touchdowns.
You better pray we don't get raped here. We need to win that game tomorrow.
You can't stop Alvin Kamara. You're not winning this game. The key's as simple as this. I don't even know why I go back to it. They don't even do it. It's stopping. It's stopping the running game. Will we do it? Probably not.
Like, my key to the game is just keep the offense on the field, our offense on the field. We need to win that time of possession, like, massively. We won it versus the Falcons. It was just in that play calling. 35 minutes to 25 last week. Okay, let's capitalize on that. Make it 38-22, something like that. We need to keep Derek Carr and Alvin Kamara off the field.
You told me to get a drink, bro. Go sit down, man. I ain't getting no drink. See, come on here. You think we're buddies, and you're not. Drink, my friend. Relax. You guys were down on Sunday. All right, bro. All right, you're a time expert, right? You went back in time. You saw the game, right? My face. We're not winning that game, bro. I don't care how much you want to give us courage. We don't need a courage from the Falcons fan. Trust me. We don't need that voodoo. All right. But I appreciate the kind words. We're just not winning this game. I got us getting. If we do lose this game, it'll be either a 3-point game, like a close game where Nick Sirianni does some dumb shit, or it's going to be an absolute beating.
I'm actually running out of time. I got to put my head to the books and study a little bit.
You got to study a Nick? You got to study Nick Sirianni?
It's something serious, bro. I'll talk to you about it later. But you want to end this live stream?
Yeah, we'll end it. We'll end it after we show one more time. The confidence people who like Nick Sirianni.
Apologize. Oh, I won't do that. Apologizing is for the weak and wrong, which is why you should do it to me because you are weak and wrong.
It's not much there.